Hi there, and thanks for joining me for another weekly conversation. I'm Dr. Sanaa, your very own success coach, and I aim to bring you tools and brain hacks every single week so that you can start to transform the way that you're using your brain in order to help you create a life that is consistently filled with happiness, confidence, and inner peace. Okay, so before we start, definitely, if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe and bell button below because that will give you notifications anytime that I post something up. Now, let's jump in to today's conversation. And that is about how do you change self-doubt into self-confidence? So, I used to have this absolutely obnoxious thought when I first started coaching that I would completely botch my coaching session. And in the middle of the session, my client would get up, call me out on not knowing anything that I was talking about, ask for their money back, and then proceed to cancel all their future sessions with me. Have you ever had that kind of self-doubt? Because it's really not fun, right? So how do you turn that inner self-doubt, that deep inner self-doubt, into an even deeper form of self-confidence? That brings me to our brain hack for today, visualization. So when I talk about visualization, I mean instead of seeing my client getting up in the middle of our session and calling me out on not knowing what I was talking about, I would see my client completely resonating with my coaching style. And then I would see them transforming from whatever they started off being to this completely happy and self-confident version of themselves. Now, here's something crazy about your brain. Your brain actually cannot tell real versus imaginary. They actually did a study about this. So they took two groups of basketball players and with the same level of free throw potential, and they essentially told one group to practice free throws every day for an hour for 30 days. And then they told the other group, without practicing, to just visualize making free throw shots for an hour every single day for 30 days. And the results were astonishing. What they found was that both of them improved their free throws at exactly the same level. So what that means is that visualization actually tricks your brain and tricks your body into performing. Okay, so how do you get visualization to actually work for you? There's two things that you need to understand about how to visualize things. One, details. Have you ever had a dream where you wake up from that dream and all of a sudden you actually can't believe that it wasn't a dream? Like it feels so real to you. So the reason that it feels so real is because that dream had every sensory and emotional detail in it, like it was happening for real. So if something was happening for real, you'd probably know exactly how it felt at the time, exactly, what emotions were running through your body. You'd probably know exactly what sounds you were hearing at that time. You'd probably be able to tell me what you were seeing at that time, what you were sensing at that time, what you were hearing at that time. So the details matter when you're visualizing. That makes it so real that your brain gets completely tricked. Now, the second tool in visualizing is repetition. So, have you ever been told of, something that happened in your childhood that you didn't actually, like, you were probably too young to remember. So, for instance, I was told that I was syringe fed and that I would throw up anything, that came into my mouth. Now, I was way too small to have any recollection of this. But for some odd reason, my brain thinks and has made up the story that it's real. Like, I can see myself getting syringe fed. I can actually hear my parents talking about syringe feeding me. I can feel my brother holding me down and distracting me, right? The reason that I can do so clearly, even though I have no actual recollection of it, is because I have been repeatedly told this story. So repetition counts in visualization. So, review of today's brain hack. If you want to go from self-doubt to self-confidence, just visualize whatever it is that you need to be self-confident about. And when you're visualizing, make sure that you have all of the sensory and emotional details and that you repeat that visualization. So the first time, the second time, the third time, your brain might not get tricked. But by the 10th time that you do it, your brain definitely will get tricked. All right, I hope that you find this video helpful, and I hope that the visualization works for you and that you're able to go from self-doubt into self-confidence very easily. And if you have any questions, go ahead and reach out to me using the details in the description below, and I will be more than happy to talk you through how this works. I've had success with it in a lot of my career, and I hope that you do too. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.